JT, what was the thing that impressed you most about your team's approach to that?
The mentality from the beginning, the passion to really want to go out there and play well and win the game. The guys who were locked in everybody was locked in on the KYPs and just wanted to find a way to play well at home. So just the way the determination the guys came out to play today, that's what stood out to me the most.
What did you make of the way they were attempting to guard JaVale and the way that he was able to sort of leverage his own skill set and talent and size to get around and score?
Well, JaVale is a tough guard. So he's a tough guard to be able to guard out there. And, you know, Edwards is a really good, solid defender. And so as Peak be aggressive and be able to do things, and it opens up everything for everybody else. So the more aggressive he is and be able to get shots up and see his teammates, then the better we are. So, I mean, Melbourne did exactly what I tried to do, one-on-ones and double here and there. But as long as he's aggressive, you know, it's good for us.
That was an NBL career high 37 for you. There were a lot of looks at you, a lot of physicality. What did you like most about your game tonight?
Just trying to be aggressive. That's one thing I struggle with is staying consistent on the aggressive end. Sometimes I get a little too unselfish where I'm by the rim and I try to pass it. But my teammates were really pushing the pace today, and I think that's what really helped this game. I was down the floor, they were pushing the pace, throwing it ahead, and it was a lot of team effort tonight.
How are you coping with a team that's pushing the pace a lot and you keeping up with it in the 30-minute mark again tonight? How are you with that style of play? Are you comfortable in that?
Yeah. Why would you ask me that?
You're a guy who excels in the half court, so the team does like to push the ball a lot. So I imagine.
Do I not excel in the full court?
I imagine that as you sort of get a bit older, maybe.
No, that's your imagination. That's not my imagination. You got to stop imagining what I do. I don't. Nah, I'm fine in the full court, half court. You know what I'm saying? My age means nothing to me.
JT, you must have been really happy with QJ today. I mean, he seems to be getting up to his speed with all stuff.
Yeah, QJ did a really good job. Just being aggressive. You know, we got him because he's really offensively efficient. And right now, just only been in the country for a week. You know, just thrown right into the fire with the first two games he had. You know, he's still trying to work and get to game shape. But today, we just wanted to make sure he's aggressive, and we put him in spots to where he can be. And so he's very smart. And like I said, he helps space the floor. So I'm glad to see his progress.
I think him and David together getting the ball really quick to JaVale and giving him the time to do what he does.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Anytime that we see JaVale running down the court, we want to get an early post entry. And, you know, he's another smart, high IQ ball player to throw it in there. Sometimes they threw it too far and you know, a couple of careless turnovers. But for the most part, they meant right.
You know, it feels like since Davis came back, you guys are developing a chemistry. It's finding him involved and vice versa. What's that partnership been like?
I think that was our missing piece. He didn't play the first 6 games, I believe. And every game he's played, we've had a different energy, a different pace, a different respect for that position. So I just feel like they can't guard me and him especially on our screen rolls. If you guys are worried about me on the roll, then he'll have a nice little wide open layup, and he's able to pass and throw the lob. So it's kind of dangerous. It's kind of a dangerous duo. And with our shooters around it, it's even more dangerous.
Are you feeling like you're becoming a more dangerous player now that you have David back now?
Absolutely.
QJ with those sort of wing pick and rolls and David. You have a lot of ball carries out there for you.
Davo, because he can handle the ball and he's a huge guard, especially on the defensive end and the offensive end, and a great finisher. And then QJ, they're afraid of his shooting, so they're not so eager to come off of him when he passes in the post. So it really helps with the double teams if we have shooters out there, and that's what we've accumulated on our team.
It felt like it was a different sort of game with higher, less usage, but higher efficiency. What did you like most about his approach to this one?
Just his mentality to take the shots that was given to him, not try to be overly aggressive, try to force shots. You know, he'd take the ones that was given to him and the ones we created for him. So Tyler was really good, but who really stood out to me is Wani Swakala-Bullock. Defensive-wise, guarding Bryce the night before and coming up here and guarding Goulding and doing his great job against Doyle. You know, he's been exceptional, and they're still shooting the ball with 40, 50, 90. on the offensive end. Swak is a game changer for us, but just what he does on the defensive end, nobody's really doing in the league. Day in and day out, he's going to guard the best player and make it tough for him. Even though the best players have solid games, they don't have the games that they normally have. So I tip my hat off to Swak for Defensive Player of the Year in this league.
Coming into the game, JT, crucial game, 2 and 6.
Yeah.
After the last game at home, you guys had a point to prove, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a point to prove to ourselves. Like I told the guys earlier, New Zealand woke us up, beating us twice by 25-plus points. Adelaide let us know that we can play with anybody in this league. And then Melbourne just put the stamp on it when we came here, when they came here, we found a way to win the game. So, we're seeing how talented our team can be, just putting the pieces together. We had a rough, rocky start, and hopefully this is a new start for us.
You put out the refs after the Adelaide game in terms of Val's freedom of movement and getting to the line once. Were you happy with how this was appreciated?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm just happy that they see some of the things that he has to go through with the physicality. It's just not, always basketball plays. So, I mean, he's going to fight through. We understand that you're not going to call every call. You don't supposed to. These guys are professional. They need to fight through it. But I think they seen what they seen. He got what he deserved as far as foul calls. But even if he didn't, he played through a lot of the stuff. So, just happy that, he was able to flourish today.
First of all, JaVale, massive happy birthday to your daughter for yesterday. I know it's definitely hard being away from family, like what it always is. It's never easy, but you made it look easy tonight. Not only was that the best debut and the best performance by a whole team over a decade, but your best career performance to date as well. What do you attribute that down to?
Just rest. Coach is doing a great job of knowing that we have 4 games in 8 days or 9 days, whatever it is, and he's definitely focused on making sure I keep my legs and I'm well rested for these games, and he's making sure that the timing of my minutes are spaced out properly. So I like the way he's subbing and everything. So it's really helping me in my performance.
And flying to Cairns on Friday, you obviously got the 2-headed monster of Marcus Lee and Jack McGee there. Rotation staying the same, different. What's looking for you guys in your end?
That's for me? No. What we don't, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, I mean, we'll definitely go with the KYPs, whoever we have to guard in there. But right now, our rotations, our starters and stuff like that, we want to build. We've been matching starters all season, so we want to find some consistency in our roster. So I'm glad these guys, started that run.
And we've talked a lot about your defense, but let's talk about Chris Goodwin for a little bit. That is the lowest score that the whole team kept Chris Goodwin to in quite some time now. How did you feel that people matched up with him tonight?
I mean, they matched up fine. At the end of the day, they just played Monday night. They flew here. We got here last night around about 6 or 7, and they had to play again today. So we were on the back end of that a couple weeks ago. Sometimes your legs get up under you. I'm sure Chris and the rest of those guys are going to find a way to, play better next game or next time we play them. But, we had to just take advantage of what we could today.
Jonah Bolden, what's his injury? Is it serious? How many games is he out for?
He's out for, until my EMT said he's ready to go. But I think that he has a little groin strain or something like that I've learned that he pulled in Adelaide. And we're just taking it precautionary. We want to make sure everybody's at 100% or to the best ability to play. And we're not forcing anybody back, earlier than they can. So we're just pushing Jonah. We're praying for DG, who received a concussion. So he'll be out as well for a little bit. But just next man up mentality.
What was your read at the end of the game look like? They entered your huddle, or was it?
No, it was just more of a respect thing. They were on our middle emblem logo, and we go to our logo. And like teams do at home, you go to your middle logo, and then if we're the away team, we don't step on the home team's logo when they're saying bye to their fans. So that's all it was. It wasn't really a confrontation. It was just a respect thing.